Water Street, Millbury Street. My mother's uncle had cleaners, Roxy cleaners. It was real back in the 70s. And they used to send me up to the store because I understood everything. They spoke 5, 6 languages. But nobody would recognize that I'm Polish. So they would go to the stores and sit there gossip and run back and tell them what it was.
Oh, good for you.
It was a laugh.
I had no idea.
One day I said to them in Polish, you never know who understands what you're saying. And they looked at me and went,
Pitsławy Mekdupa. I said Pitsławy Mekdupa.
Mekdupa, that's right. Actually, one thing I remember always being told when I was a kid, they used to grab your ears, go, I'm gonna get you.
I don't have a butter dish. We didn't have one in the house.
Oh,
but I brought butter and butter. Well, you said you brought bread, so I brought butter.
No, I brought bread for sandwich. See, sandwich.
Oh.
I got you a loaf for that. You can take home.
Oh, nice.
This is so expensive, huh?
Oh,
They
please.
rip the gluten-free people off, don't they?
Well,
My God.
I'm gonna learn to bake is what I
Bake it
do.
I tried to bake with that flour. It wasn't that fun. It wasn't that easy, right?
Yeah.
It's not. You gotta have a talent.
I don't know where you're gonna.
Because I really can't do most of this. Not doing that. I know that sounds terrible, right?
Rolls it for plans.
Can't keep me half awake, bro. I want a very restricted diet. Lettuce, cucumbers, melons, white fish. That's my diet now. Wow. I know it's gross, right? But we're trying to stave off another
Oh, they look
potential
so sad.
cancer thing. So
Oh, they look sad. Those pansies look really sad.
Anybody want some water?
That's what it's
I'm gonna get the cups that I brought. Just 'cause
All right, where's that blue bag? Oh, there it is.
Hey, did I tell you guys I asked the coroner for Uncle Eddie's test results?
I've got a plus.
And that was right on time. Uncle Eddie died the way he wanted to. And I was in trouble a little bit. When I was my grandmother, instead of spanking me, he made me run 5 miles or something. It was funny. Taught me a little reading. And then Georgie sent me my first books. The book had no words in it. It was all black and white except for the last page. It was a bunny looking for a carrot. And the story was to like go forth. And I got the message and I loved it. Between the time I was about 16 till about 8 years ago, I didn't talk to my family. Uncle, well, I bumped into him, he was drunk and he didn't know who I was. So I just stayed away until he got sober. And then we reconnected and everything was pretty cool. I had to bring him up to my house, which I thought was beautiful. He didn't remember my grandmother and what life was like because he drank so much. And it was so fun to sit there for 4 hours and be able to tell him what an awesome son he was. He was so good to my grandmother, my grandfather. He didn't know it. It's sad to know that somebody can be drunk that much in their life. They don't remember their life. I gave him everything I could remember from his childhood. I bumped into a couple people that know Uncle. And if anybody ever knows Uncle, you know Uncle, he never stopped telling the same joke over and over again. So it was kind of funny to hear somebody who hadn't seen him in 50 years was like, hey, I'm like, oh my God, that's the same joke he tells us. Although I credit Uncle for giving me music, because the only thing he used to say, if you want to listen to music, go to the radio stations that the kids play in the high schools and the colleges, and you will learn everything you need to know about music. If you just listen to a basic radio DJ, you'll never learn anything except what's current. So I bless him for that. I do. I'm glad we reconnected. I'm sad because I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like he was taken wrong. He had a good life. He was, taking a ride his bike every day, everything. I'm sad that, you know what I mean? I'm very sad that he's no longer with us. But I have some awesome memories. Auntie Judy, and she doesn't even remember this, but Auntie Judy, I called her in 2019 when I had my surgery, And I cried, and she said, "Why is it my fault I helped you?" I said, "Because when I was little, she used to come to Hopkinton all the time and walk us through the backyard and tell us all these flowers and all these things, and that's what helped me get healthy, was all those natural plants." So when they finally told me I was, cancer-free on that, I called her crying, "Oh my God, you helped me save my own life." And she's like, "I don't remember." I'm like, "Man, you were always there with Uncle Eddie. Are you kidding me? He always gave us rides on the motorcycle." She was always pointing out stuff. And I don't know if you remember I lived with them on Wellington Street.
Briefly, I think,
Walter
right?
used to live up on we call him Uncle Walter. He lived on the 3rd floor. I don't remember
Yeah.
who lived on the 2nd floor.
Oh, that was,
Dave Chrzanowski
and Jerry.
and
I was
Jerry.
just everybody was always partying all the
Jerry,
time.
yeah.
Everybody was partying all the time. I learned how to make rice pilaf real quick.
Where am I gonna put this?
Anywhere you want. Anywhere you want. Yeah, I love my memories. I know most people try to focus on the bad, and we've all had bad in our life, but I think if you focus on the happiest parts, you'll always have good memories.
Want to put one in the cooler and leave one
Sure,
out?
if you want.
Well, I'll tell you, listen.
Maybe we'll look over the mugs and coffee too, just to make it.
Debbie, did you have it? What's the name of that show? Something Will Have No Gun or something? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a really old show.
No, I'm sorry.
It's a really old show. Something Will Have No Gun. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not got no trouble?
Yeah. Every time Uncle called me, he would say, "Debbie, have you watched that?" "No, Uncle, I hate old stuff. Like, I don't watch TV. I watch more of my stuff on YouTube." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Little, happy birthday,
Yeah.
one star, kind of like cookie, like balloons on a stick. But it's gonna make it look more fun. Oh my, okay. All right, I think that's gonna go here. Yep.
Straight ahead. Hi.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Whoa, you will? You're the cousin? Two more
She's
things?
Aren't you?
She's
I've
on
seen you in ages.
No, that's right. I knew you looked familiar, but your name,
What's your name, honey? Oh, Phyllis. Hi, Debbie. You talked to me.
Yeah. Water? Hi.
No, I don't want it, but you have it already?
Yeah. Yeah, there's some right here. Yeah.
I'll leave mine right now.
You want some help?
People are coming, sorry. You're welcome. We have a beautiful slideshow, Jill. It's gorgeous.
Nice.
Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, I'm delighted to come. I wish he were still alive and would be playing chess.
Oh, that's absolutely right. Yep, yep.
His daughter came in, and we had $75 in sales on Venmo in the last 2 days. And I got the first, the most awesome blue baskets, so like this.
Charger.
Oh, that's
And that
interesting.
freaked them out, and they never wanted to be near her after that.
I can imagine.
Yeah, right?
That's sad.
It is, everybody has
Anyway,
their thing,
I gotta
but,
sit down
and
and
my
get
son
George pain.
doesn't know Uncle at all, so,
Oh.
no, sit. So, he always yelled at us when we were kids because he's smarter than everybody, I know that. As Uncle used to say, "Don't worry about it, he just chatters and doesn't tell us what." And I used to laugh. I said, "Look, there's a point to it, his kids came over really smart too." He goes, "You're smart." I'm like, "Yeah, I know it pushed me." My mother-in-law used to say that all the time. "If somebody pushed you, you'd have been a lawyer, huh?" I said, "Yeah, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I always wanted to be a lawyer." I used to defend people in housing court before they changed all the laws. And the judge used to say that, "Why aren't you a lawyer?" Because I come from a poor family, sir. We don't have that kind of money. And that was, what, 300,000 back then? That was like 700,000. I never got money like that.
But I said,
That's me. Yeah. That was a
I'm trying to save the building. I'm trying.
You still have your tenants on the third
I have nobody in my building. Pennington, he says, "Don't go with regular tenants, go with college kids."
I said down his names.
You get the income you need, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was thinking, so tomorrow, crack of dawn, I gotta go meet somebody and see if they wanna be an investor and help me. I'm trying to save it. But then I told Shane, then you're gonna come move back. He's like, "Okay, so I got a year." I said,
Individual, as no one would disagree. Perhaps it was because he had a name that few people could spell. One thing to me that he embodied was curiosity. His curiosity was unbounded. I'm not sure if he ever attended college or university, but he was one person who I think would not have benefited if he did, because his curiosity might have been stunted if he did. He was proud of his high Polish heritage and of his intelligence. I first started cutting his hair, I think, back in the 80s. And he always had some fascinating new knowledge to share. He was always interested in whatever you were thinking and doing also. And sometimes he was surprised if you knew what he was talking about. Because he did like to explore obscure knowledge too. I remember one time when my boys were young, he brought them a puzzle game and showed them how to use it. He thought that it was a very important game to develop your brain power at an early age. I think it was called a tangram, a bunch of shapes, and you had to put it all
I
together.
think I might have that one still.
Huh?
I think I might have it still. The one he made.
They loved it, and he was so glad to share this with them. He was a great adoptive uncle and a friend wherever he showed up. I will never forget, after many years of not having seen him, he showed up at 7:30 a.m. on his bicycle to get that darn flat top haircut that he got. I hated that haircut. I tried my best to tell him to get those squares off of the side. That's not the way a head's supposed to look, but anyway, he would never listen. That was characteristic of Ed, though, to show up. He was so spontaneous. I like that in some people, and he was good at it, and I liked that in him. I think he came, for the flat top. After a while of showing up and looking weaker and weaker, though, I told him to call or get a clipper, and I would show him how to buzz it off himself. He wasn't too good at technology, though, when I asked him to call, because he couldn't figure out how to put my phone number in his phone. He could probably fix the computers, but he didn't know how to program them. So, one of his friends, Scorpio, that he played chess with over there, brought him a few times, and then I offered to give him a ride, but he wouldn't. He didn't come. He ended up getting that buzzer because he didn't like to be beholding to you, I think. Anyway, I used to know his sister Helena too. I don't know if you ever knew her. She was really interesting too. And I remember she showed me her apartment that she had at Greenwood Gardens. Do you remember that? She was so happy to have that. She loved it.
Upland Gardens.
Upland.
It was
one and the
Upland
same.
then. Yeah, they're the same. She took a lot of pride in her home and the care in which she put into making it her home. It was always good to spend time with either of them. They were determined, intelligent, and curious, and it seemed to be something in their Polish family heritage. I never knew much about their family or their story or how they got here, but I hope to learn some of that from the people who knew him better than I. And I don't know if any of you do know any of those old stories. It looks like one of them. I didn't know. He wasn't born in Bavaria.
No, he's born in Traunstein, Germany.
No. But I know he was proud to be Polish. I know that. But did anybody know why they came here? Or
Yes,
how?
they were stuck in the war.
Oh.
They were stuck in the war. My uncle and my mom were born during the war. And it took them 7 countries to get here. So they were very adamant about being very proud Americans.
Yeah, I know.
it
That
took them a
was
lot.
Helena too.
Yeah, well,
She was very proud too to be just to have a place to live. I mean, she really loved her house for sure.
because she didn't want me to know.
Wow.
So I'm not sure where Uncle Eddie and Helena were at the time these things were going on, if they were born yet, but Jaju had to work in the factory, and he told me once he had to work the door to the shower. And Babchi said that they used her to create a new civilization.
You know where they came first?
Babchi was from Ukraine.
No, I mean that when they first came to this country, did they?
They landed in New York and then came straight here because they came with a bunch of people that were coming this way. The Folters, a few names probably nobody knows about. They were Babchi's age. They all came to here together. That's how they came to Worcester.
Yeah.
That's as far as I got, as far as why they came here. It was everybody else was coming here for work.
And I remember hearing very briefly about that story she told about that he worked in the chain gang or something. Did you know that story?
Yeah, he got arrested for being a little poop when he was younger. I think he was like 16 or something. Yeah, I've had 2 uncles that experienced chain gang things. It's very interesting, those stories.
Right.
Yeah, my story I'm trying to find from everybody is Uncle Eddie a few years ago had me take him to the doctors because his butt hurt, and he said, I was telling that to Janice, he came back and he said, I want to do surgery because I want to take the bullet out. I said, what bullet? He's like, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a bullet in my butt, and I don't want him to take him out. He think they're going to go after you? And he said, yes. So I'm dying to know anybody that knows that story because it sounds interesting.
You know that story?
No.
Do you know the story about the bullet in his butt?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Judy,
Can we hear
Okay,
it?
let's hear
you
it.
gotta tell us.
Come on.
I'm not sure. He,
Yeah, they were best friends because they both spoke Polish and they both went to St. Mary's. That's lovely, Matt.
Yeah, well, I know what.
I know, they were right about it.
Yeah.
He riding the bullet out of his shoulder.
What?
I said maybe riding the bike is what brought the bullet out to the surface.
The last time he came up with a bicycle, character. Yeah, we gotta get John Dufresne to write a book about it. I know he really liked Judy.
Oh, they lived together.
It was so sad because he really did. She liked to play I think he would have been one happy guy.
No, that's it. I won't talk to you.
When did he was there?
I think,
I met with her. I'd like to see him on his bike. Whether he really just saw it. In fact, I asked Janice, like, because they let us, and I remember the professor. Remember the boys in like this?
that would have been when I just met the block, you know how
Right, I
All good conversation.
yeah.
but usually you need those muscles for riding bikes.
What did we get? Yeah, we were in Hope.
This is no good. Right, but we were at the same time, everybody was bringing the same thing. Actually, I bought a piece of land and I moved in Lancaster. Piece of land and lived there for 6 months. Me and my tent and my $2.
He used to take all the things.
Highland Street during that time.
yeah, you weren't that much. Well, that was
I remember when Friendly's, I remember that you couldn't just drive down Highland Street. There were so many people in the street, Friendly's, that they had to like open up to let a car go through Friendly's. Like that many kids hanging out in front.
Right? Yeah. And the days you would see it. Tours and for girlfriends and boyfriends.